Merry Christmas, everybody. I hope you and yours had a lovely day. I'm going to tell you a little bit about mine. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And my Christmas day went a little something like this. So I was able to enjoy a sleep-in. It was very lovely. I think if I'd had a Christmas wish on Christmas Eve, it was probably to be able to get some sleep. So, you know, I mean, it didn't hurt that I enjoyed alcoholic beverage on Christmas Eve. Certainly didn't hurt the cause, and then it also really helped that my parents and my brother went to a Christmas church service that morning, and so and my sister was sort of waiting for her boyfriend to arrive before she wanted to open presents. So between those two things, no one was really knocking down my door being like, let's go, until about, I want to say sort of 9:30, 10ish sort of thing. So really good sleep in, definitely something that I needed on Christmas Day. But then, like I said, sort of 10ish came around, and it was get up, we're going to unwrap presents. My sister's boyfriend still wasn't here, and she still wanted to wait, so I'm there like, I could still be asleep. What are we doing here, guys? And then my parents were like, well, we're all here. Like the actual related family people are here. Let's open presents. Which will be its own separate video. But just, yeah, know that for now, that's what we did. So we opened our presents, and then there was this little sort of slump in like the activity of Christmas, and I think that's in part due to the fact that whilst my parents remain Christian and religious in that regard, they have sort of accepted the fact that my sister's kind of agnostic, or at least just not openly practicing Christianity, or at least, you know, not attending church services at least. And obviously I'm pagan, so attending a service where the people assume that their religion is the only way, and whose religion has historical, you know, like has a history of using that same held belief to attack and murder other cultures and societies. Yeah, I don't attend church. So yeah, and I think that's it for me. I think that's really sort of on the spiritual level. I think that's sort of it for me. But you know, so after the gift thing, we had a little sort of slump in the level of activity, where we all sort of just quietly went off into our own little sort of corners of the house and really had a good in-depth look at what we'd got, rather than just like, I got this, here's the thing, thank you very much, the person that gave this to me, obviously insert name here sort of thing. And then once we all had our little piles, it was like, okay, now let me actually have a look at this. I'm very interested in this. What's this? There were some pretty big ones. Obviously, you know what I got my family. I think the only one you wouldn't know from that video is what I got for my sister's boyfriend, because I ended up getting that after that video uploaded, I think. But he was around and he told me that he needed more. Like, he was around for a couple of days before Christmas, thankfully, and told me that he needed more shorts, like some nice shorts and stuff for summer. And by pure coincidence is the same size as me, so it made it very easy, and also gave me an excuse to get myself some new shorts as well. So that was sort of a Christmas present to myself. I got myself 2 pairs of shorts. I got him 2 in sort of the same design, same fabric sort of thing, different colours. And I also got him a box of assorted Lindt chocolates. Folded the pants up so that they're the same sort of size as the square box. Wrapped it up. Pretty easy, pretty simple gift. Didn't cost too much. It was good. So yeah, so we did that. During that slump, he managed to come over, obviously unwrapped all these presents that we'd gotten him, some of them including things that were for him and my sister, because I think, and it's about play time to be completely honest, they've been dating for I think like 7 years or something now, so I think that they're at the point now where we're looking at moving in together, which is cool. I think at the time my sister said there was only really one other thing that they needed, and I know that I have a bunch of homewares and stuff up in the roof above the garage, so I went and had a look at that, and then, you know, and this is sort of all during the slump, so it's not really like Christmas oriented things, it's more just like, oh well, if I have that, you can just have it, like not as a Christmas present, you can just have it, because I'm certainly not using it right now. I couldn't seem to find that particular box, so I don't know where it is. Gonna have to have another look in the new year. But then lunch was delicious. My parents have been doing HelloFresh the last couple of months, and so sort of with that sort of basically they I don't know where my brain's trying to go right now. They'd ordered sort of like a Christmas hamper thing from HelloFresh, and Christmas Eve Dad was like, I'm gonna do all the Christmas cooking, or at least, you know, the bits that Satan needs cooking. And we ended up with the food that we ended up with, delicious. So we had a marmalade glazed ham. We had a roast chicken, I think it was. We had like this beautiful pear salad. It was so good. Garlic roasted potatoes, carrots. They were done in a particular way. I can't remember what it was, but they were fantastic. This like bean and asparagus salad thing. I mean, obviously the beans and the asparagus were both cooked. It wasn't like an actual just salad where it's just like raw vegetables mixed in a bowl. That wasn't what it was. They had been cooked, but it was sort of like a cooked salad, I guess. It was, I don't know, it was good. And then I don't know what the gravy was made of, but it was phenomenal. It was easily one of the stars of the show. That ham though, that ham was pretty bloody good. Yeah, and then dessert was a trifle, because of course it was. We didn't have enough people around for Christmas to warrant it being anything more than just one dessert item. Otherwise, I'm sure we would have had a pavlova of some kind. I was kind of upset that we didn't get to have fruitcake. I need to get my nan's Christmas cake recipe off my dad though. That's definitely gotta happen. So yeah, and then after that, being that the majority of our family celebrates Christmas as a secular holiday and less of a Christian holiday, and those that had been celebrating it as a Christian holiday had done the religious Christian part before any of the other bits, the afternoon was really just ours to ourselves. So we were able to sort of, you know, come into our rooms or whatever and just, you know, really got to enjoy our things. I think I watched something. I think I watched something on Netflix. It may have been like the latest season of Titans, I think. Okay. I am technically filming this video on the morning of New Year's. It's about 3 in the morning and someone's just now gone and set off some fireworks. Cool, bro. Good story. But you know, so the afternoon was sort of ours to ourselves. And that's kind of how it is with our family, or at least how it has been the last couple of years, especially with like COVID and stuff. It's really just sort of been a case of, you know, we do the gift exchange and the meal, like the big sort of family gathering Christmas meal, and that's about it. I will say, probably the smallest detail of the day that I appreciated the most was being able to have dinner at the dining table in our dining room with my family, because as I said, my parents have been doing HelloFresh, so they sort of cook their own meal, and then myself and my siblings have our meal, and because the kitchen's not big enough to cook 2 meals at once, it's usually my parents go first, because my mum likes to eat earlier so she can go to bed earlier, because yeah, she likes to go to bed and watch her murder mystery shows and stuff in bed. So they usually cook, and then once they're finished in the kitchen, we come and cook, and we usually try to be out of the kitchen before they finish eating. Doesn't always pan out that way, because, you know, cooking times as opposed to eating times, one of them is going to be shorter. And so usually right when I'm trying to dish up dinner, I'm trying to work around my mum making herself her evening cup of coffee and grabbing a biscuit or something, and it's like 5 minutes, 5 more minutes. Anyway, with that being the case, obviously we don't all sit together, is the point that I'm getting at. And so being able to actually sit and have a family meal was really nice. Especially since Happy Tears, I'm not really gonna get to have that this year. Because I'm moving to Sydney. Yeah, I will be vlogging that whole experience too, moving to Sydney. It's gonna be, I can't wait. My work contract ends in just under 3 weeks, and my course starts in 2 months. So we're just under 2 months. So I'm very excited. It's very close, and I've got a couple of things that I need to do. So I might as well talk about it now, because there's not really any other video I'm going to be able to fit this in. And then obviously I'm taking a break until Monday. So I've got to find my USI, I've got to apply for Oz Study, and then on Tuesday I've got to call if the places that I looked at that I want to apply for are still available. I've got to call the real estate and be like, hey, this is my situation, I'm interested in these places, but I won't be able to move until these dates. Is there some way I can secure a room? Or do I need to do an inspection beforehand? In which case, can I book an inspection for this particular date? So that's gonna be fun. And then basically, once I've sorted it out, and I've got to go and get passport photo taken for my student ID, and then send my photo and my USI to them. I think I've also got to get them my bank details. I've got to call them about how exactly my scholarship is like how exactly I receive my scholarship money, or if that's just sort of going towards something else, like if that's already got a predestined location sort of thing as far as my finances are concerned. So I got a couple of things I've got to sort out, but it's like the finer points of things, and obviously I just went through all my cupboards and drawers and stuff, so it's now just finding out if I need to take furniture, in which case it'll be, and what my sort of cupboard space is going to be looking like there. I mean, if I had to just get like a tall boy cupboard sort of thing, I'd be able to fit what I've got here in that. So yeah, it's not a huge problem, but it was certainly one that I'm looking forward to, and I was sort of doing some research on Christmas Day as well, because while everyone was sort of, you know, in the lounge room or in the bedrooms or whatever, enjoying their food comas, made it very easy to go in there and be like, so I found this place and it's got this included and it's this far away from where I need it to be, and it only costs this much per month, and it's like kind of perfect. So yeah, but Tuesday will actually be the first day in the last like 2 weeks that I've had off that hasn't also been either a weekend or a public holiday. So people will actually be open for me to ring and talk to them. So Tuesday's gonna be a busy day. Busy day. As well as that's the day that the donation bins go out for Lifeline. So I can actually go and actually donate those clothes to Lifeline. The 4 bags are sitting in my car. I'm not gonna need my car for the next couple of days anyway. Like, I don't plan on going anywhere, so yeah. But anyway, that turned from an actual Christmas video into just me updating you guys on my move to Sydney. So yeah, I'm gonna leave this video here because obviously I'm just rambling at this point. But if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button. It would be greatly appreciated. While you're up there, go ahead and ring that notification bell as well. Turn on those push notifications so you can be kept in the know of when I upload new videos. If you enjoyed this one, give it a big old thumbs up. And until next time, guys, keep your head screwed on.